to finish degree in 2 years or 3 years. And the difference is that if you do it in 2 years, you study more subjects per trimester. If you do it in 3, you study less per trimester and subjects. It's just how you want to do your bachelor degree. So here is an example of the 2-year option. So if you wanted to do it in 2 years at college with working trimesters, so we have 3 intakes a year, February, May, and September. And if you start in trimester 1, you will be doing 4 subjects, trimester 1, 4 subjects, trimester 2, and then 4. So you will be doing 12 in 1 year and then finishing in 3 years. But if you want to do in 3 years, which is the standard in Australia, then you do 8 subjects per year. And how you do it is that you do 3, 3, 2, then 3, 3, 2, and 3, 3, 2. And that's how you finish in 3 years. So that's the standard that every university offers, but you also have the option to do it in 2. In terms of entry requirements, you need to be at least 18 years old. You need to have finished year 12. And then you need an ION 6, no band below 6, or equivalent. Also, because Sri Lanka is level 1 at the moment, you could do a placement test with one of our test center providers, and if you pass the test, that will waive your English requirement. We also have, you also need to go to an interview. The interview is applicable for all courses, and that will be through Zoom, and it's just to make sure that it's the right course for you. For some courses like music performance, acting, and comedy, you need to submit an audition. And then for interior design, photography, and animation, you need to submit a folio. Then an essay for entertainment management, fashion design, and writing and directing. Just wanted to show you here the nationality mix. As I mentioned before, it's really diverse. So we have students from everywhere. There are some from Sri Lanka there, as can be seen, but then the majority have been from Indonesia, India, Vietnam, but as I said before, the majority are Australians. So I would say 96% of the students are Australians, and then 4% are international students. And also just want to show you this because there is a survey in Australia that all the graduates complete once they finish their studies, and they very much rate their education provider to see how was their experience there. So if you see here, Collars is about 80%, which is quite high because the national average is about 72%. So we are above average, and we are also above main universities, like big universities like RMIT and Melbourne Uni. Nothing wrong with them, but it's just that the students really have a nice experience at Collars, and it's because you are in a creative environment and you get to do a lot of close collaboration. So someone from music will be collaborating with someone from photography to take their professional photos, same with fashion, and then someone from fashion might be styling the musicians. So there is a lot of close collaboration, and that's something that the students love. And we, as mentioned before, have 3 intakes. The next one will be next year in February, then May and September. And then these ones are the fees. I can also share this with Lisa, and then she can share with you. But that's just an example of how this works if you study in 3 years or 3 years. If you study in 3 years, you do 4 subjects per trimester, and this will be the fees per trimester. You only need to pay per trimester, you don't pay everything at once. And then if you study in 3 years, you pay $9,984, and when you start to the subject, you pay $6,656. We have a scholarship, so those fees will be reduced. We have a scholarship for 2024 of $11,000. And to be eligible, you need to meet all the entry requirements, and you need to submit a written statement explaining why you should get the scholarship, and then we will assess your application and go from there. But it's an $11,000 discount of the total fees. And that's pretty much everything. Does anyone have any questions or anything they would like to know a bit more?
So, do you have any questions? No?
No questions? Okay. Thank you so much. Anyway, if you do have any questions, feel free to contact Lisa, and then pick up all the questions. And I'm happy to set up a Zoom meeting, or if you want to have a private consultation, I'm happy to do that as well. Perfect. So thank you, Lisa. Is there anything else for me? Okay, thanks for everything. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
So there's another thing about the cards. So from us, everyone who wants to study, like this is a pretty much interesting university. They have like most of the courses like not very common, and we will give you $10,000, $10,000 scholarship for any courses if someone registered there.
Yes, it's true.
10,000, it's not a small amount.
Okay, so what's next?
Okay, until
So we have a small
relaxation
මම
session.
ශ්‍රංක මම දැන් ඉන්නේ ලොන්චෙස්ටර් ටස්මේනියා කියන්නේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවේ තවතික් ප්‍රාන්තයක්. ඉතින් මම මෙතන දැන් මේ වීඩියෝ එක කරන්නේ ඔයාලට කියන්න මගේ මම දසුන් ශ්‍රංක මම දැන් ඉන්නේ ලොන්චෙස්ටර් ටස්මේනියා කියන්නේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවේ තවතික් ප්‍රාන්තයක්. ඉතින් මම මෙතන දැන් මේ වීඩියෝ එක කරන්නේ ඔයාලට කියන්න මගේ මම මේ රටට ආපු ආයතනය පිළිබඳව ඇත්තටම එයා පළපුරුදු සේවක සේවිකාවන් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් විශේෂයෙන්ම කියන්න ඕනේ රිෂාන් කුරුසිංහ මහත්මයා ගැන සහ බෙන්කුනි මහත්මිය ගැන. ඒ දෙන්නා අපිට ගොඩක් උදව් කළා අපේ මේ කාර්යය සාර්ථක කරගන්න. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ තාමත් හොඳ තැනක් හොයාගෙන නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ අනාගත සීනේ සදා කරගන්න මෙතන තමයි හොඳම තැන කියලා මට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට 100% විශ්වාසයෙන් යුතුව කියන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවිතය සාර්ථක කරගන්න මේක තමයි හොඳම අවස්ථාව. ඔවුන්ට කතා කරන්න පැකිලෙන්න එපා. ඔවුන් හරිම සුහදශීලී. ඉතින් ඔවුන්ට කතා කරලා ඔබේ අවස්ථාව දැම්මම ඔබේ සීනිය සදා කරගන්න දැම්මම මඟ පාරන්න. ඉතින් මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ආරාධනා කරනවා අපි හැමෝම ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවට යන්න.
Thank you. So how many of you know him? Dasun. I think he's a
සූර්යාරණ මූවී එකේ පොඩි හාමුදුරුවෝ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මතකද සූර්යාරණනේ?
ඉතින් මම ටස්මේනියාවේ University of Tasmania University එකේ මම course එකකට apply කරා hospital management bachelor එකකට apply කරේ. ඉතින් ඒ visa එක apply කරන්න මට help කරේ Global Mark Education and Visa. So එයාලා ඇත්තටම මාර friendly. ඒගොල්ලෝගේ service එක මම recommend කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ගොඩක් මට helpful වුණා. And අපේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ visas එක පොඩි delay එකක් තිබ්බා. ඉතින් මගේ course එක පටන් ගන්න 1 month වගේ වුණා මම visa එක මට හම්බ වෙන්න. ඉතින් ගොඩක් බය වෙලා හිටියේ. ඉතින් recommend කරන service එක and ඔයගොල්ලන්ට global mark visa ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ office එකක් තියෙනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පිළිපත්වල. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒකෙනුත් details ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට call කරලා ඒගොල්ලෝ හරිම friendly. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම මේ ටස්මේනියාවේ තියෙන ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ office එකක් ඒගොල්ලෝ ගොඩක් friendly බාරේ පාරේ හරිම හොඳයි. service එක guarantee කරන්න පුළුවන්, recommend කරන්න පුළුවන්. So thank you Global Mark Education and Visa.
Yeah, so we have like lot of those kind of like the videos and things, but we cannot play everything. We will try to do our best like with playing them like all the time. Because like a lot of Sri Lankan students so went to Australia through us. Uh, so we request like them to talk a little about their journey and how they felt about our services. So this is their own wording. So you can listen a little bit. And I think some of the people like you will listen like in during this session. So they may be popular as well. You can personally contact them as services.
So now we're just waiting for Dustin, one of the deaf institution from Tasmania, right? So they offer different courses that leads to you PR, and they only offer the diploma courses. So we need maybe next couple of
And especially
days connecting.
we took like a lot of universities, a few universities we have chosen, the special places, not the way like always you see like the very popular ones, okay? So they are not the very popular ones, but they are very popular in Australia.
Okay, in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask to us, or I can come with you some questions. Any questions? Yes. Okay. So she's asking, like, to share about English proficiency for diploma, bachelor's, master's, and master. Okay. For that, if someone wants to pursue diploma,
Hi, මගේ නම ඉසුරුවේක නායක.
okay. So if someone wants to study diploma, if they have IELTS 5.5, not less than 5, then they can go for diploma courses, right? For the bachelor's degree, they need to have 6, right? Not less than 5.5. And if they want to go for the master, they need to have 6.5, not less than 6. In each components, they need to have this score, right? And also, if somebody wants to go for the nursing, they need to score 7 in each component. 7 in all those 4 components. And also for the nursing, they need to score, they can go for OET also. So in OET, if they are doing OET, they need to score BE. Right? So I think in Sri Lanka, nowadays we do have a PT also. We are also PT registration center. Okay, so PT is more easy. So that's what our client says. So PT is more easy, so they want to go for PT. But if you want to go for IELTS, it's also better, right? And also, there's a good news that we are going to launch from this our office very soon. Okay, so if somebody has done O level and they have a long gap, okay, and they want to study in Australia, so they can start their course with us here. So they will do certificate 3, 4, or diploma. They can start here online and they can finish that course in Australia. Okay, so that course is basically we just started here. Okay, so we will come up with all the details from next week. Right? So maybe we have clients like they want like after O level, they must need like they have a 2 years, 3 years gap, then that's it. I mean they do not meet the GT requirements, so they need to have like at least 1 year, 1 certificate, 2 certificate if they want to go to bachelor's. So if they complete their this degree here, then they also can go for a bachelor's degree in Australia. That degree is valid in Australia. Okay. Okay, so they will do NQF level 5, 6, NQF level 6. So there are few programs for that. So basically now we are running IT, logistic, business. These are three courses we will start from very soon. And after that we have few other courses we will be adding, right? So we think that will be helpful for like if you want to study for bachelor's or other courses. Yes. Anything? So, is he there? Joining? Maybe the internet? Okay.
Yeah, until that we can listen
So,
to.
you want to add more about this course, this program, or? Sorry? Yeah. Oh, they are here? Okay, then let's start.
Hi, Lisa. Good. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Oh. Sure. What I'll do is I'll share my screen. I've got a very short presentation, if that's okay, just to introduce TASPAPE a little bit to everybody. And hopefully Ivy will join us very shortly, and that will allow her to talk about what Getty does. I'm going to share this screen here. One moment, sorry about that. Sure, can you see that? Wanted to be perfect. All right. I'm on mute. Can you hear me now? Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Awesome. So, so thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk a little about TASPAPE. TASPAPE is a vocational training provider in Tasmania. What it means is that we do industry-based training related to a lot of the skill shortages that are occurring in Tasmania and across Australia. As you know, there are probably hundreds or even thousands of RTOs, registered training centers, across Australia. However, there are only about 26 tapes. And tape really carries a brand with it that relates to being a government provider, and that we go through a rather high quality process of checking and a compliance by the Australian government to become a tape. In Tasmania, TasTape is the only tape. We have a very long history of being in operation since 1880. So that's, over 130 years. And we also have a long history of delivering training to international students in Tasmania, onshore, but also having transnational education projects offshore, particularly in China, Vietnam, and the Philippines. More recently, we are looking to explore options with working in Sri Lanka. So I've actually been speaking to several representatives of NITA, which I'm quite sure you're all familiar of, to see if there's any way for TasTape to work directly with NITA to provide training in Sri Lanka, but also with a pathway to Tasmania. We have a strong focus on innovation, technology, and collaboration with the industry. And so today, I'm just going to run through who we are, what is the basic experience at TasTape, really quickly, punch through some of the programs that we offer, because I'm quite sure Global Mark have all of that information, and just show you a few slides that relate to our student support, our student excellence, as well as excellence as an organization. And Liza, if I go over time or anything, just please tell me when to stop. So this is Tasmania. It's a beautiful heart-shaped island. We call it the Apple Island. And TasTape has over 26 training facilities. The 4 dots that you see on the screen there, they're basically our major campuses, which are in the major city centers. So in the bottom, that is Hobart. You've probably heard of that. Towards the middle, you will see that there is this dot here that I'm going to circle. That is Launceston. This is Devonport, and that is Burnie. We have operations all over Tasmania, and we have several centers of excellence. I want to highlight the Center of Excellence because these are actually funded by the Australian government as well as the Tasmanian government. So we receive quite a lot of funding from the government to support our training facilities and upgrading them. So recently we launched a water and energy trade center of excellence on Monday. So in 2 days' time, we will be launching our Freer Farm Center of Excellence, and that is for agricultural training and dairy farming. So we actually own our own farm that the University of Tasmania often uses to do their own learning and training. In 5 points, the TasTape experience, I always say number 1, it is about providing the skills that students will need for jobs in demand. We are always focused about the employment outcome as the number 1 priority. We are very proud to say that 99% of our students are employed before they finish their course. And that is because we have work placements and also practical networking opportunities that set us apart from other RTOs within Tasmania. Speaking about our centers of excellence, we have specialist training facilities that are always being upgraded. And we have a strong focus on hearing what the industry wants. So as you may know, we are provided training materials from the Australian government. They determine what's inside each of the qualifications we deliver. But then we have a choice of electives, and often we speak to industry to see, hey, what kind of units should we do to help our students meet your needs, so that when our students are done doing this course, it meets the industry needs and they have a job right away. We have a very diverse learning environment at TasTape, so we have about 35,000 students overall, and only about 300 to 350 are international students. So that's it's 1%. And so all of our classrooms are integrated. So international students are not isolated in one class by themselves. They are mixed in with local students. The only program that they're not is the ELICOS program, which is the English language program. And we have a personalized support model, meaning that we have international student advisors who support as the main contact of our international students. We have English language learning support teachers, learning support and study support experts, as well as disability and student counselors. So our students, international or local, are very, very well supported. So just a quick rundown of our international programs. We do commercial cookery, hospitality, and tourism. I'd like to just really quick highlight here that we've reintroduced commercial cookery into Launceston for February this year, next year I mean. So we're already receiving quite a lot of interest and applications there. The job market in Launceston is less full than the job market in Hobart for hospitality and cookery. And in development, here we are working on a Certificate 3 in patisserie, which would fit into the commercial cookery and hospitality packages, because we also listen, like that personalized support model, we listen to what the students are telling us, and they say they'd really love to do 6 to 12 months of patisserie to help them build some more skills in a particular area. Yeah. Yeah, sure. No, that's all right. I know it's very, there's a lot to go through. I might just mention very quickly that we have an articulation agreement with the University of Tasmania. Agreement is actually, there's a lot of things happening exciting in the background. And so even though this list only has about 6 or 7 courses, moving into the next year, you should see far more articulations into the university. And the advantage of doing an articulation is that you save money. 2 years studying at TasTAFE is, we also are recognized in Tasmania as being, the #1 in terms of the excellent student support and also the excellent achievement of our students, consistently winning awards at the Tasmania. Built up her knowledge, and of course, with her willingness and hard work that all Sri Lankans possess, she achieved what she did. So that's my 10 minutes up. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for being a bit late and going through that very quickly. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I hope to see you all in Tasmania and visiting our campus very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So any questions quickly? Yeah. So, TasTAFE is a vocational training, as you already mentioned, right? So they have this whole buildings is all kitchen. Whole buildings is kitchen. So we have been invited for the tour. Okay. So they have like lots of job placements and all these are mentioned in the TasTAFE. And also the good thing is like, your question is like, if someone have 5.5 IELTS, they can go with TasTAFE first and continue their bachelor's degree with study with UTAS.
2-3 years in TasTAFE, and then you can finish your bachelor's in TasTAFE. I mean, University of TasTAFE.
And also quickly, if you study, sorry? Okay, start 1 second, okay? Quickly, if you study in TasTAFE, you especially like nursing program, agriculture, and commercial cookery, you can apply for PR. Okay, so we will discuss this more in next session. Yeah, Sagar? Hi Sagar, how are you? Oh, Richard is also there.
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Good.
Hi, Lisa.
Sure. Thank you so much. Well, hi guys, everyone. Well, first, it's an honor to be here as part of the first, marketing event of Global Mark, and you guys at the right place at the right time. visa application. Global Mark has been with us as a partner for years, and they're one of our, I can say, one of our most trusted partner because they have brought us a lot of students from different parts of the world. And one thing we're very sure is that Global Mark knows what they're doing. Okay, my name is Richard, and later my team member Saga will be with us or will be talking. But we are part of one of the biggest college in Australia. We are representing now 5 colleges